Hey guys, it's Mandie from Momcraft Teach. Welcome back to my channel. This week in my planner, I am going to be planning the week of March 16th through the 22nd, 2020. And I've decided that I'm going to use the Wrong every day. This is from the original first Wrong release. As you can see, I got this on clearance actually at Joann's. When I was actually searching for the spring stuff, and this is the very first piece of wrong. Well, that's not true actually. I do have this micro that I got that was wrong, but any of my first wrong stickers that I've ever purchased. And then I also think I'm going to use this Brights book, which I've only used a few things in, but I always feel like I struggle to use it, so I was going to challenge myself and try to use these two books in my spread today, as well as going to use the sticker planning guides. So if you'd like to see how this spread comes together, then stay tuned. All right, first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and pop these bad boys in here. Last plan with me I already had all the stickers on here, so I thought I would just kind of show you guys the process of how I like to plan this out. So it is a little bit, not difficult, but different, because normally when I plan, I like to take the pages out and move things around, but here it's kind of more stationary. So we'll see if it's more difficult for me to do this or easier. I really liked it last time I did it, and I honestly don't remember it feeling weird to like have this in here until obviously I take them out once sorry, my lighting's kind of weird. That's the only problem too with this is if I am planning, there's a little bit of a glare on these guides if I'm filming, so hopefully this looks okay to you guys. So the reason why I chose this book actually is because I saw a quote in here that I felt like I needed to use. So obviously if you guys are from the US or just are in general aware of, you know, what's going on in the world, everyone is, you know, very concerned about things that are going on with the coronavirus. I'm familiar with it also because if you guys don't know, I am an online ESL teacher, and so all of my students actually are from China. So when the coronavirus first broke out, I was definitely dealing with my students being affected by it. They're still actually not even back in school yet. Most of them are still doing online classes at home, which is in a way good for me because they do have more time to take classes with me consistently throughout the week. Whereas normally when they would go back to school, I see a drop in numbers, but it's kind of been the opposite. I've been having like a steady stream of classes. And it was a very serious thing over there. One of my students sent me a video of what life is like over there. And it's still getting back to normal. She said in her part of China, it's been 25 days since a new patient has been identified with the virus. So things are definitely looking up, and they're hoping to go back to school in April, but they've been dealing with this since January now. So I mean, it's been months long, and obviously, trying to figure out that's where the outbreak started, and trying to figure out how to shift your life to deal with these things. That's not usually a normal thing is really scary. But I think the best thing to remember is that obviously the risks are higher of dying from the flu, but it's still a crisis in our country right now. And I really like this quote just because as much as you see in the news, everyone says a lot of it is hyped up and is causing this mass hysteria and panic, but just to remind myself that it's gonna be okay, that, you know, we really just need to be aware, keep ourselves safe, self-quarantine if we can, take care of ourselves and each other if we can, and that it's gonna be okay. So I just wanted to have this quote in particular here this week because I thought it's very important to remind ourselves of that and, you know, to keep positive. My friend Lila from LB Novelties definitely has been keeping those positive peace and love vibes in the planner community, and I'm so grateful for her and her friendship and the positive messages that she's been constantly sending out there. You know, it really helps. I just love that our community is so positive and supportive of each other. I have so many friends who are stay-at-home moms too, and you know, even though this is like our normal, we are used to being home and you know, dealing with the kids, but you know, obviously with our spouses that might be working from home, it's definitely poses a new challenge sometimes to our routine. So you know, we're just kind of going to take it as we go and do the best we can, and you know, just remind ourselves that it's going to be okay. Obviously, with that being the case, there's not really any actual plans going on. Maya actually has a little bit of a cold, and I was literally just talking to Lila about how I was concerned because I was obviously just on a plane 2 weeks ago and we were in you know, public space, and for her to have a cold now is a little bit concerning. But we were also at the park the other day and it was still a little bit colder out than I thought it was going to be. Even though it says it was in the 50s, it was pretty windy and chilly, and so she's got a runny nose, and I'm pretty sure that, you know, it's just because we were playing outside when it was probably a little bit too cold for her, and so she's just gonna get over her cold. And you know, it's probably just best anyways that we stay home and keep ourselves away from everyone. As long as we keep ourselves away from everyone throughout the week. On Saturday we do have a gender reveal to attend, and then Sunday we're actually just gonna have like our close friends and family over to celebrate Maya's second birthday, which is not till next week, but the following week on the 25th. But we wanted to celebrate early because we were supposed to be out of town for her birthday and the following weekend for a wedding in Canada, but now it's been rescheduled, or it will be rescheduled, and I'm really grateful to my cousin for, you know, obviously postponing her special day because a lot of her family and bridal party were all here in America, and we have the concerns for our safety. Super chatty video, you guys. I just have a lot on my mind. Obviously, even though I'm talking to no one here, it does help to kind of let it out too. Just talk it through, even if I'm not talking to anybody here. But if you ever feel anxious or need someone to talk to, seriously drop me a DM on Instagram or comment below, and I love helping people if I can, when I can. So just putting some plans here for the gender reveal. My husband's also still working like crazy, so it's just been kind of, you know, a stressful time in general for us. Again, with this all going on, it's like we don't really have any set plans. Of course, there's always things around the house that I can get done, but I do actually want to get caught up on my temperature blanket. If you guys follow me on Instagram, a while ago I posted that I'm working on a blanket where I crochet 10 little boxes every day, and the color changes depending on the temperature outside. So I have fallen a little bit behind on it. I thought it would be better to like wait and then do a bunch of days at a time, but that turned into like I waited a really long time, and so now I'm even still catching up with January. I'm actually finally done with January. I'm in February now, but I will definitely share with you guys my progress on that so you can see it, and I'll share that on Instagram soon. So I'm just gonna put some to-do boxes down and maybe just leave some room open for journaling. I did like Natasha from La Casa de Natasha, she has a YouTube channel too, how she had shared something about keeping a journal of what's gone on, just to kind of look back and remember. I think the person who had posted it had also kind of talked about, you know, keeping a journal like back when 9/11 happened, just to kind of reflect on the feelings from you know, such like an epic event in history, global history really, since it's a pandemic. It's so hard not to talk about the whole coronavirus thing. You know, obviously it was a concern in China with my students, but when it's just hitting home, it's just so, you know, it's like a different feeling. So other than that, this week, St. Patrick's Day is this day, so I'll actually be making my traditional corned beef brisket, and I haven't actually decided. Normally I make it in my Instant Pot, but maybe I will do something different this year. We'll see. And just trying to think about anything else that I might need to do. I might just leave it pretty open and just try to find maybe some like big decorative element to put up here, because I just really it's such a struggle when you're like a planner and you really have no plans. Let's see, I do need a box here for Maya's birthday party. Here we go. Best day ever. I'll use a black box to use. I guess I don't have to worry about it being straight right now because we're not even, they're not permanent. We're gonna move them later on. I'm just gonna put some little stickers that I think might just, you know, help me keep track of stuff or put things down. Okay, so I'm bringing in this really old watercolor sticker book, which I think is like one of my first sticker books that I got. And I decided to pull some quotes in here because there's some nice black and white items that I can add. Okay, so normally I cover up this corner here with a quote and then I put all my meal plans here, which I'll still probably do, but I might just do it with pen later for after the pen. And I can't find anything that I really like to put in this top corner, so I guess I'm just gonna leave it for now. Maybe this week I'll find something, but I just don't see anything that is like jumping out at me as inspiring to put there. So we're gonna go ahead and put these stickers on the spread. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull these out. Just flip this and grab my tweezers. Okay, I got my favorite craft tweezers here so that I can put my stickers down as straight as hopefully possible. And I don't know if you remember my last video, I was having some trouble at times taking the stickers off of the planning guides, but I had mentioned that they were on there for like over 24 hours, so don't recommend doing that. If you do try to plan ahead, don't leave them on there for too long because they will stick much more than you want them to. I know I use the tweezers and then I don't use the tweezers, but in some cases it's a little easier not to. Sometimes I just like to use them to at least get a corner up. But mostly for little things. Okay, so this is a pretty simple week for me as far as planning goes. I think I'm just gonna leave it at that because I don't feel like I have anything that's really inspiring me to put up here. And like I said, I will write in my dinner plans on the left here, meal planning for the week, and we will just see where it goes. I was kind of thinking of maybe doing an after the pen so you guys can see me filling in my plans. Let me know in the comments below if that's something you'd like to see. I don't know if I'll do it with this spread, but maybe a plan for me to do it in a future video. I know that I like to pretty heavily fill in my spreads here, so I've had some people, this is kind of different because it was like memory planning, but for a lot of my spreads, I do like to try to fill in and kind of have it be more like a no white space. So let me know in the comments below if you're interested in seeing a before or after the pen, me filling in my plans. That is my spread for the week. I hope you guys all stay safe and healthy during this challenging time, if wherever you may be in the world. And thank you again. Please do give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed planning with me today, and be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I am posting future videos. See you next time. Bye.